The Doc is In is sponsored by Amada Senior Care.
Well, we are happy to have Fox 56 News Chief Medical Contributor Dr. Ryan Stanton in studio with us today.
Yeah, today he's breaking down what happens if there is a medical emergency up in the air, and you have some personal experience with this.
Yeah, so I just got to thinking about it yesterday. Been doing a lot of traveling last couple of weeks. Great to be back here in the bluegrass. But what does happen when you hear the words, is there a doctor on board and on dealing with commercial aircrafts? I've traveled over the last few days, and yesterday I was in Detroit, and there was involved a medical emergency in the terminal itself. The limited medical supplies available on many of these aircraft often make it very challenging for healthcare providers to offer response to in-flight emergencies. However, several important medical resources are available. Once services are requested on an aircraft, it becomes a team effort. Interestingly, before World War II, most flight attendants on commercial aircraft were actually nurses. If there's a physician on the plane, they can direct the care of the passenger and make recommendation to the captain of what to do with the aircraft. Along with this, most major airlines can contact ground-based medical consultation during the flight. These centers are staffed with healthcare providers who can provide flight crews with advice on how to handle medical events in real time. The physicians either on the ground or in the plane can request that the plane be diverted. This occurs at about 7% of in-flight emergencies. The airlines typically like to avoid this, as a diversion often costs tens of thousands of dollars. That being said, the ultimate decision does come down to the captain of the aircraft. Coming up later in the end of this hour, we will actually talk about what is on board, what's in those kits when we jump into action.
Good to know, because this is one of my greatest fears, honestly.
Well, and you spend so much time on planes. I mean, I would think there would be numerous times in your career where you may have had to step in.
I've done it a couple times, some for little mild stuff, something for more major stuff. Yesterday, or this last week, we had 8,000 emergency physicians in Philadelphia, so yesterday was a pretty safe flying day because there are ER doctors on almost every plane.
Oh my goodness, so we got to fly together.
Yeah, it's you don't want to need my services, so it's one of those things. But it's interesting how it happens, and actually coming up next also, we'll talk about how often it happens.